Okay, guys, I just ordered Full Gear like about 30, 40 minutes ago. Missed out on the first match. I'm going to watch a replay of it to see exactly why people say it was still the show. I did see the tag team title match. I thought it was good. A great, follow up to the opener. Um, Lucha Brothers, as predicted, won. And they won basically because of the fact that FTR tried to use the Killer Bees, tried to basically pull a trick out of the Killer Bees playbook by doing that mask thing they did to win the AAA titles. So, yeah, Lucha Brothers capitalized on that, and now I'm watching Miro and Danielson, and so far it's pretty good between these two, just like we expected it to be. But the question is, who will they go with here? It looks like Danielson, but we'll see. We shall see. I'll be back in a little bit, guys. Miro just locked in the game over. He's going to go for it again. Danielson crawled all the way best he could, unbalancing Miro to get out of it. And now Miro's going to try to go for it again. He's stomping a couple of times on Danielson now, more so for the second attempt. So we'll see what they go with Miro. We'll see what they go with him. So he went for it again. Danielson was somehow able to reverse it into almost a... Whoa, he's going for a triangle just like I thought he would. But he went with the game over. On the second time, Daniel reversed it into almost a pin, but then right into a label lock. And then Miro broke his way out of that. And now he's trying to go for the triangle, and Miro's raking his eyes to get out of it. Well, Danielson won. And the way he won basically was Miro started to basically hulk up. He's like, hit me, becoming impervious to the pain. And it basically led to the point that he got Danielson up on, kicked Danielson a couple of times down, then picked him up, put him on top of the corner, and it looked like he was going to go for a Samoan drop or something. But then in the end, Daniel was able to elbow him like this, and then hit a DDT, a twisting DDT, and then lock in, then lock in a submission. Basically he knocked him out. He knocked him out literally. He knocked Miro out to win the match. So now he's going to face the winner of the World Championship match, and I know a lot of people watching this right now. It's about 6:19 Pacific time. It's 6:19 Pacific PM basically. I know a lot of people watching this are going to be like, I was trying to say, pay attention here, but anyway, what I was saying is that Miro. Basically, now you got to wonder, who he's going to face. And again, I was trying to say, they basically said that. Oh no, not basically said, but there's a lot of people that are like, but there's a lot of people that are like, that came out and said, well, if Danielson's going to win, it's got to be obviously Omega. Well, we don't know that. They may go with Page. We don't know, but I know a lot of people right now at 6:20 p.m. Pacific. PM, that is. Basically, I know here at 6:20 p.m. Pacific, but basically, what I'm trying to get at, because I'm trying to pay attention to this as well, but basically, a lot of people are probably thinking right now, wait, they went with Danielson, that means they're going to go with Omega. Well, that might happen, but we don't know. Remember, they could do face-and-face for the world title, a Battle of the Belts, or even later on this year to get it out of the way. But we'll see what they do. But now we're getting the Falls Count Anywhere Trios match up next. We'll see what happens here. And Nick Jackson has a purple mustache, believe it or not. So here comes Adam Cole now. And they're all wearing pink and black. What is it, a tribute to Bret Hart tonight? Anniversary of the Multi School Drop? What's going on? It's weird. So all the Super Click are wearing black and pink. It's a purple mustache on Nick. And then Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Christian Cage came out in jeans and all that for this Falls Count Anywhere match. So it's going to be really interesting to see exactly, who goes over, who steals the show. But obviously, I think one question a lot of people have, if you will, no, wait a minute. Ooh, moonsault by Luchasaurus on both Bucks. But, again, I think the question is when you hear the reaction that Adam Cole gets with the boom and the Bay Bay deal, you gotta wonder what was WWE, what was WWE thinking, wanting to change this guy around and not just let him be himself. That's what you gotta wonder. And then you listen to Jungle Boy, obviously you can tell he's a future world champ in the making, whether it's AEW or whoever gets him. Well, Adam Cole's busted open after a combination super kick or kick, flip, whatever it is, by Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus on a chair on the outside. He's bladed, he's bleeding. And Christian wanted Jungle Boy to do a concerto. He was going to do it, but he said, no, you do it. And it looked like Jungle Boy was very hesitant, so you got to wonder if that's going to play into the rest of this match, like, whether or not, again, you got to wonder, like I said, if it's going to play into the rest of this match, whether or not, it cost, the Jurassic Express and Christian the match overall, you got to wonder if it's going to cost them because, Jungle Boy was hesitant. And speaking of Christian, he's off with Nick Jackson to the back. We're seeing what's going on there, hopefully. It looks like they're going to try to put Luchasaurus through a table at the end, and Hurricanrana, and Adam Cole goes through the table thanks to Jungle Boy. And Christian just did a big old dive off the top of one of the exit signs going out of the arena onto Nick Jackson, Cutler, and what's his name, Michael Nakazawa or something. He was going to go like to regular steps and all that, like right here, but then he looked up and he said, no, I'm going to go up. And he went up a little higher and dove off. And by the way, Matt Jackson put Luchasaurus through a table, so this is crazy. It's almost like with this pay-per-view, it's been non-stop. Go, go, go. So the Young Bucks and Adam Cole pulled out a bag of thumbtacks, put it in Jungle Boy's mouth. Both of them, the Bucks that is, did the move. Move where they go off the ropes, kiss Adam Cole in the cheek, and then the super kick on Jungle Boy with the thumbtacks in the mouth. But Christian broke up the pin before it was over, and now they brought a ladder to inflict pain on Christian. Tell me I didn't just see that. Because apparently, okay, so, long story short, Adam Cole brings out a bag with knee pad thumbtacks and everything. With knee pad thumbtacks. Almost gets the win when they hit a BTE trigger with them on Luchasaurus. Jungle Boy breaks that up. Then Jungle Boy... Ooh! Concerto on Matt Jackson.
Well, that was nasty. Sounded bad. Looks bad.
To... Oh, they went with Luchasaurus. They went with Christian Cage and Jurassic Express. How about that? That's pretty cool. Great match. It was crazy. This match. And but what happened is Luchasaurus did a freaking shooter star press, off the railing. And I think Jungle Boy's face told the whole story. Like all of us, like, what the fuck did we just see? So awesome match. Obviously, they thought to themselves, you know what, MJF, Darby Allin, you're not going to steal the show. We are. Now we got Cody and Pac against Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo. And there's already issues between Pac and Cody. Because you got to remember, Pac, he might be a babyface, but he's a babyface with a heelish attitude. Like basically what his name implies, a bastardist attitude. So, basically you can definitely tell there's going to be some storytelling friction between those two, unlike with Andrade and Malachi. Okay, so this match is so far a standard tag match, with the storyline being the friction or the mistrust between Pac and Cody, or the dislike between them. But basically, I'm hearing what JR and Tony and Excalibur are trying to say, and it's like, guys, we've heard this song and dance before. be realist and stop defending what fans already pretty much are trying to tell you. And there's some. Oh, and there's a little friction there between Andrade and Malachi. But like I said, it's like, come on, guys, we've heard the song and dance before. Stop, stop trying to basically, like I said, stop trying to, make it sound as, cucamonga cuckoo, if you know what I mean, as, you're trying to make it out to be, because it's not. It's not that way, because fans are letting you know that, and you gotta remember, these are AEW fans, wrestling fans, that to them, if you're in a wrestling company, if you're in a wrestling company, you're supposed to focus on the wrestling, not, being something more. That's why they're turning against Cody. It isn't because, he's going Hollywood and all that. It's because they feel he's betraying what AEW, a place that he helped found, is. And that is wrestling. And that is pure wrestling. That is why they're mad. To stop trying to defend it, like, let's say, JR, you did, along with, and I say that with all due respect to JR, one of the greatest commentators of all time, play-by-play announcers of all time, but stop trying to defend it the way you were forced to defend it or ordered to defend it, in WWE with Cena and all that, because it's not working. It is not working. So on to the CM Punk Eddie Kingston match. Eddie hit that spinning back fist on Punk before even the bell rang. And it looks like it's going to be bowling shoe ugly, as JR would say here. And maybe it's just me, or did anybody else hear boos during this match, for Punk? And as far as Britt Baker and Ty Conte go, it was, I'll put it this way, just like the tag match, I think it should have been a Dynamite match. At least main event that. And Punk is now busted open. And Eddie just wiped the blood of Punk on his face. But the point I'm getting at here is, the Britt Baker Ty Conte match should have at least been, main event of Dynamite. I mean, it picked up, just like the tag match, it picked up basically at the end. Like, towards the end of the match, it started to pick up. Because I think what it is both ladies are still kind of green. They're still kind of green and everything, so it takes a certain dance partner, as they will, to bring out the best in everyone. And Punk is busted here big time. But yeah, this match here is going to be like a JRC bowling shoe ugly fight brawl between Punk and Kingston. Punk just did the shoulder tackle and powerbomb sequence of John Cena, and they made it look like he was going to do it just you can't see me, then gave Eddie Kingston the bird, and Eddie gave him the bird back. Well, CM Punk won that match. It was bowling shoe ugly. Punk hit not one but two GTSs, but it was during like the final sequence when he was hitting knee strikes on Kingston. Fans were booing him, and they were booing him earlier in the match too. So you gotta wonder if that was just the fact that they could relate to Eddie more than CM Punk, or in story, not just in story, but in legitimacy or whatever. You gotta wonder, where you go from here when you have fans booing him now. At least for this night in support of Eddie Kingston. So now it's we're on the Minneapolis street fight. People saying inner circle, I can't disagree with that, but I gotta basically say I got a feeling something's gonna happen here. I do not know why, but just watch it. If I'm right about what I said in my predictions, I'm not gonna be surprised. So we got the Minneapolis street fight right now. Lambert wanted himself tagged in, thinking Jericho was down, and Jericho caught him. He tried to get to the ropes and everything, and then they had a bit of a flurry, and now America Top Team's taking over by having, I think it was Ethan Page hitting Jericho with a hockey stick and everything. And it looks match so far is pretty good. Match is so far pretty good, but we'll see the outcome. Let's see what is Hager doing? Swagger, what are you doing? I know, that was what he was in WWE. Hager, Swagger, what are you doing? Yeah. He did an accent or elbow off the top on top of everybody. So so far it's an all right match. But what's interesting is there are tags in this, and that's what's throwing people off. I think the reason for tags is because a lot of these guys are kind of new. You want to ease them into the situation instead of a regular street fight. And Lambert's got a pipe right now. Jericho just pulled out a Prince sign from under the ropes, and I got a pop. And he whacked Scorpio with it. He was going to try to whack Dan Lambert, but then Ethan came to his aid. So far it's a good match and everything. So far it's all right. But again, I know people are wondering why are their tags. Again, it's to ease some of these guys in my opinion. Well, it looks like it's only Lambert and Jericho in the ring right now. Jericho's got a kendo stick. Ooh, and he just whacked Lambert. But it looked like he was going to pin him, Lambert, that is, on Jericho, thanks to DeSantos. But that didn't turn out right. And here comes DeSantos. And there goes the kendo stick for DeSantos. So far the match has started to pick up. I've noticed that during some of these matches so far, that it's, they start to pick up like in the middle or towards the end. And we got a stapler. It looks like Lambert's going to get stapled. No, not staple his tongue, not staple his head. He stapled his balls. Literally. He stapled his balls. But like I said, just like with the other matches previously, he's starting to pick up a little bit here. And everybody's paying tribute to Eddie Guerrero tonight. CM Punk, now Jericho, Lucha Brothers. Well, it is the anniversary of Eddie's passing. And the Frog Splash. Chris hits the Frog Splash to win the match and tribute to Eddie. He points right up to him. It's been a night of tributes to Eddie. And Chris Jericho just said, I love you, Eddie. Because you got to remember, this is where, unfortunately, this is the city where Eddie passed, I think. So, and on this weekend, 15 years ago. So, unbelievable match. Picked up, like I said, in the end. And if you're wondering why it was a tag, basically it was for the, it was mainly to help the MMA guys out. But the whoa! Ishii is coming. Like I said, the reason everybody's wondering why there was a tag rules in this before it broke down was to help, ease the MMA guys, the top team into the match. And they're showing tribute to Eddie Guerrero. Oh, Jay Lethal has signed with AEW. Black Machismo. He's still got some time with Ring of Honor. He's still got to wrap that up. But now he's in AEW, All Elite. And he had the Pops and Circumstance music he used in TNA playing for him. So it's going to be pretty... So him being an addition, love it. I think it's a good addition for them, good pickup. So Jay Lethal is now All Elite, and he's accepted the open challenge of Sammy Guevara for the TNT title this Wednesday on Dynamite. That should be a good matchup. A good debut match for Lethal in AEW. For all of us that know what he can do. And now time for the main event. But now the question is, with Danielson winning the number one contendership, who's it going to be? Are they going to go the direction people feel they shouldn't? Or are they going to strike when the iron's hot? I think the time is now to strike when the iron's hot. Because if not, everybody will like the show, but the main event will be crapped on if they don't. Now we have the AEW World Title match. Callis has interfered twice, attacking Adam when the referee wasn't looking. Tried to do it again, but Adam chased him away. And I got a feeling he's going to get caught, though, by the ref. This is the kind of match, storytelling and all that kind of is alluding to that very soon. So far, it's all right. So far, it's a good match. And the fans are really into it. People are really invested in this. So, can't wait to see where they go. I mean, if they go the direction Bully Ray said they should go, people are going to be pissed. They go the other direction, then you're doing what the fans want, like AEW and Tony Khan said they would do. So far, the match is actually pretty good. The storytelling is good. and everything. So, and again, it's leading towards, Don Callis is going to try to interfere and he's going to get caught. It's leading towards that, I think. But again, the question is, what direction do they go in? We do not know. It's going to be really interesting to see what they decide. Well, referee bump. Callis is down. Audrey comes down to try to do the count. Out and everything. After a dead shot. But we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens next year. Yeah, Callis tried to bring in the bell. He got caught. He got knocked on his butt. And Paige almost had it with a dead eye when Audrey came down, almost by a millisecond. So now we'll see again. What direction are they going to go in here? Hangman, they did it. Hangman's the champ. But what's interesting is you had the Bucks, who he told, I will make your life a living hell if you interfere. Yeah, Matt Jackson not say, do it. End this thing. And I think from a storyline perspective, what that does is that basically comes full circle, because I think this is what the Bucks wanted. They realized that if you get the belt off Omega, it'll bring Omega back, bring back their Omega, and get him away from Don Callis, who I'm not going to be surprised comes out and admits that he only manipulated them because he wanted them in Impact Wrestling. I wouldn't be surprised. But they did the right thing. They pulled the trigger. Good job. Good job. Review will be coming.